So I really should rest. I don't even feel like running today. Even more so than, you know I don't like running anyway, but today I feel even less. I feel almost like burned out. But the problem is I actually already took some time off. I took a few weeks off, as a matter of fact. And I have no excuse for taking off. As a matter of fact, my progress. Now, because I took time off, I lost a little bit of my edge, but I'm coming back up. So it's not like I'm getting worse. I'm getting a little better. I'm coming back to what I was. Which is weird, for me. When whatever time I take off, I literally have to do that much time to get back. So if I take 2 weeks off, I lose it. I know some people actually get better if they take some time off. I don't. But anyway, so today we are going to do a little bit of a run. And as I said, I don't even want to be out here. It's about 58 degrees. Isn't very fun weather to be out if you're just going to do other things. But I have to admit, this is perfect running weather. This is perfect. And especially with the clouds out. With the clouds out, this is awesome. Because the clouds mean that it's not going to get too cold. So let's go ahead and get started with our run. As you can tell, it's one of my late runs. So there's that. I already ran a couple of days ago and I beat my ass into the ground. So once again, we're gonna try to make this a slightly easy run. Probably not gonna run as long on the video. So you don't have to worry about me boring you with a super long diatribe. Just a few minor things. As you can tell, it actually was raining a little bit. So it might drizzle a little, but I don't think it's gonna flat out rain. So the goal is 12 miles, which means that I will probably get back here when it's very dark, so you're not going to see me back here, but you already know that. But at least you'll see me for most of the way out. Ooh, I'm going too slow.
Lap 1, 9:48. Heart rate 130. Average pace 949.
There we go. 9:45. That's a good time. Of course, as I said, the guy who gets me on the trail, on the track, is not the same guy who finishes the run. Which probably means if I had to predict, my running time will probably be 9:30. Why? Because, as I said, first mile's the worst and often my slowest. After about mile 3, usually my system is warmed up enough and my time drops. At the moment, though, I can't believe that. At the moment, I literally feel like 9:48 is my upper limit. Like, I can't go any faster. That's what I feel right now. I cannot go faster than that. I feel like I'm going to slow down even more. So I say this to those of you who are beginner runners, who are like, yeah, how the hell are you doing that? Thing is, as long as you run a sustainable pace, your body, for some reason, it starts to, like, as you're getting more miles, it just doesn't feel as bad. Another important thing you'll often forget is that all of this is about perception. So, because I'm not yet fully warmed up at mile 1, and honestly, the word warmed up is probably very, very inaccurate because I already feel warm. I'm using it more in a metaphorical sense because I can't think of a better word to describe. Those of you who run know what I'm talking about, even if I am factually inaccurate in my description. I'm pretty sure I was warm by mile 1.5. But anyway, my whole point though is perception is a very curious thing. It's what we feel when we're living in that moment. When I start this run, 9:48 feels like I'm already exceeding myself and I won't be able to sustain anymore. And in that moment, no, I don't think I can do it. Even now, I'm still skeptical. The only reason I tell you that I will probably get a better time, well, there's times that starting off at what I started, I ended up at 9. I hope not, though. I mean, 9's a good time, but as I said, I need to take it easy. My point, though, is that my perception at the moment feels like that. And you too will think, no way I can do that. I understand that. This is where you shouldn't let your feelings about it guide you. Just let your rational, scientific mind guide you. Because feeling-wise, nope, I don't think I'll make it faster. Rationally, yes, I've seen myself perform so many times that I see no problem with that. So many wildflowers everywhere. About a week ago, I started getting allergies. Luckily for me, I've kind of learned how to deal with allergies. Most of my allergies, I'm just as allergic as many people, I should say. When I was in my early 20s, sometimes allergies would get so bad that I ended up in the hospital a couple of times.
Lap 2, 908. Heart rate 125. Average pace 929.
So you were getting faster. Let's try not to get too fast. Anyway, as I was, when I was in my 20s, I got really bad allergies. As a matter of fact, around this time, I very frequently needed to wear a wet handkerchief over my mouth. Which was its own special kind of torture. But at least I didn't have super red face, super red eyes, and difficulty breathing. But a couple of times I did. They even said I was developing asthma because my bronchioles were closing in. At the time, like most people, I would take antihistamines. Of course, you know the problem with those. It wasn't until almost 10 years later that I, without even knowing it, I stumbled on what at least worked for me. I will say it worked for me because I don't want to make it sound like I've discovered some irrefutable scientific fact that'll work for everyone. I don't know that. But back in my late 20s, after having failed at many types of diets, I went on a low-carb diet. Well, back then it was called the Atkins diet. Either that or protein powder. And it worked as far as helping me lose weight, but it was an unintended side effect. I actually didn't notice it until summer had come, and I'd realized, hey, this year, I didn't need any handkerchiefs or special medications or eye drops or to go to the hospital. None of that. For a while I thought I was cured, but no, not cured. The best way to describe it is that my system is intolerant of some foods. But here's the important thing is, but I don't notice that intolerance except in the form of allergies. Actually, I did notice it in a few minor things, but it was allergies where I noticed it. Going on a keto diet, which is what they call it now, I'm not sure it was specifically the ketogenic aspect. If I had to be fair, I'd probably say two big things that I cut out were a very important part. Number one, biggest one, is I cut out milk. In particular, lactose or milk sugars. And here's the thing is, though, I didn't cut out all milk. Because in later years, I would consume whey protein. So, whey protein is milk protein. Very purified milk protein. But that one doesn't seem to cause me a problem. Milk by itself doesn't normally cause me problems either. I can drink milk. I don't get allergic. I don't get a bloated stomach. I'm not lactose intolerant. That's why I didn't really suspect milk, because it didn't really seem to cause anything. Second thing was sugars. My diet for much of my younger life was very, very heavy with carbohydrates, especially refined, and sugars. Oh my. Yes. I was a carb monster. When I go shopping, I would go buy rice, a big bag of rice, and beans, macaroni, fideo, all kinds of carbs. For some people, carbs are okay. I understand that. For me, though, I was so addicted. I remember because I would buy the very natural brown rice, supposedly because it's healthier than white rice. I'd still pig out on it. I would buy whole grain 12 grain bread, artisan bread. I knew a couple of places where they actually sold it at a good price because nobody bought it. So I would buy that. Again, trying to consume only healthy carbs. Nope. ate a whole loaf, sometimes in a day. I exercised at very low control. It was just so tasty. So when I went on the Atkins diet, I gave up all of that. I started losing weight. And without even noticing it, my allergies went away. Another thing I did though too was exercise. And so I think those 3 things were a big part of what has kept me relatively how can I say it? Not allergy free, but relatively unreactive towards allergens.
Lap 3, 9:15. Heart rate 128. Average pace 9:24.
There we go. Well, if we're keeping under 130, I'm okay. That's really, if you know my previous run, as I said, 2 days ago my run was 141, 142, which for me is a crazy heart rate to maintain 13 miles. And if I weren't filming, I'd probably have an even better pace or a lower pulse. So, it's your fault. See the helicopter? At mile 3, as I said, you're now meeting me. And yeah, I think I can do the 12 miles. It's still not fun, but this pace feels sustainable. So, sun is shining through. The thing is that there are times when, of course, I will revert back to some of my bad carb and milk habits. Even if a little bit, which is why I suspected that my allergies started coming back. Well, that and the fact that, as you know, this year has been crazy with rain, and so it's quite obvious that this is going to be a very bad year for people with allergies. Very bad. Worse than others. So when I started catching allergies a week ago, it was just a reminder to me though. Once I started feeling it, my eyes got red, my nose dripped a bit. But it was more, like I said, for me at least, it was a reminder to tighten up my diet and get back to exercise. I mean, I don't need to kill myself with exercise, but a little bit of exercise makes me less allergic. No single one of those things probably is enough, but all three, like right now, I'm cool. Even on the worst days of the blooms right now, I don't really feel much. Because there's another thing, of course, that happens. So I don't just want to say it's dietary. That is that as I am exposed to nature out here, to these flowers, as long as my reaction isn't too strong, my body does start to acclimatize. Again, probably not the right word, but I think you know what I mean. It starts to adapt to the pollen. But that is only possible if I keep it in check with a good diet, cutting out milk, and exercising. Otherwise, I said, milk's a bit of a puzzle to me. And it's puzzling because not all milk causes problems. I think it's mostly just regular drink milk that I drink. Well, maybe it is the lactose. I say this because nowadays, even though I'm very low carb, I eat cheese like the average fat American. In other words, lots. I probably eat about a pound of cheese a week. I like it. I pour it onto my salad. Or if I'm eating, like this morning I was eating eggs. Just eggs. And so I put it on my eggs. Very tasty. I love blue cheese. I'm a cheese eater. Just like, the thing is that most Americans are heavy cheese eaters. So it's not like, I don't think I eat more than the average American. I think I eat as much as the average American. Right now, if my nose runs, it is not allergies. Those of you who know already know that my nose regularly runs during mildly cold weather. And not just mildly cold weather, just running seems to make my nose run. Once it runs over, that's over too. So I don't worry about that. Trust me, back when my allergies were bad, that was a bad time. And it wasn't a fluke, though. Some people maybe go, well, maybe as you got older, your biochemistry changed. You know, aging and all. Well, probably not, because my closest family members, many of them were within 10 years of me, are still suffering with allergies. I feel bad for them. I share with them what I did. But, you know, I guess they've chosen to stay with their tasty food, tasty junk food. drizzling a little bit.
Lap 4, 9:09. Heart rate 129. Average pace 9:21.
See?
Lap 6, 8:22. Heart rate 126. Average pace 9:06.
Allergies suck. But the advice that I gave my family members, I've given it to others. And many people have actually noted that yes, often the biggest change is dramatically reducing your carbs, even more so than the milk thing. For one person, it didn't work. And as I said, we're all a little different, so nothing's going to work for everyone. Sunset is in a few minutes. I'm trying to make it to the turnaround before sunset, but that's not going to happen. I mean, yes, if I push really, really, really hard, I probably could make it. But I shouldn't. Call it a fartlek. Yeah. Problem is, I don't back off once I've committed myself.
Let's hear it.
Bring it.
On the
Sun
base.
has set.
On the base. On the base. Let's hear it.
Lap 7, 8:31. Heart rate 138. Average pace 901.
Here. Go ahead and switch over and make a different video. A rain video. See the drops there. Sorry about that.
Lap 8, 913. Heart rate 129. Average pace 903.
See the train? Up top. You can hear it now.
Lap 9, 8:52. Heart rate 135. Average pace 9:01.
Okay. So, as you can tell, got 30 miles to go. Which I'll make it. I have no choice. Actually, the bigger question is, will I slow down? We'll see. I'll catch you in a bit. So as you can see, my run time, it looks like I ran a little too fast. Although in my defense, I don't think it was that bad. It wasn't at least as bad as it was. Look at my heart rate. It's not that bad. So I think I kind of maintained. In the end, I kind of pushed a little hard just because it was getting dark. And as a matter of fact, I got harassed by another dog. A pretty angry one in the dark. I know, it's my fault. So I'm not even, I dealt with it. So it's not a problem, because some of you will be like, well, duh, then don't go out in the dark. Well, I know, I deal with it and no problem. Nothing really happened other than he harassed me a bit. I chased him, he chased me, I chased him back, he chased me. Kind of like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. So that was about it. Nothing really serious or dangerous. Other than that, though, my time, like I said, I think it was pretty good. It could have been slower, yeah. As I said, I should have done 9:30. So apart from that, I thought, I hope that maybe some of the info I also shared with you about allergies might be at least interesting. I cannot claim that it is scientifically sound, because I haven't really done too much research on that field. I've done a little bit, and it seems like there is some weak evidence for what I said, where cutting out milk and sugar, especially lots of sugar in your diet, can help. I have seen some weak evidence, so do with that what you will. But I would suggest, it can't hurt to cut out. First of all, it's not even like you're cutting out necessary nutrients. Milk is not essential. There's plenty of other things that are just as nutritious. And I didn't cut out all milk. I still drink plenty of protein and cheese, as I said. And it was just the regular milk. And sugar and snacks, well, that's already bad. So that shouldn't be such a stretch to get rid of that. So other than that, I hope we had a little fun time, and until next time, don't forget to challenge yourself.
When our world is storming, your faith is transforming, and now I sing for you, for you. You're the heartstring.